And we are live. What is happening, y'all? Happy Wednesday. Great to be with you guys and spending some time today to talk about perseverance. And had the opportunity last night or a couple of nights ago to hop on a Zoom call with my high school, Catholic Central, our athletic director, some administrators, and a bunch of the student athletes there currently, as well as some former ones, and talk about a bunch of different things. And perseverance was one of the topics that we did talk about. And it got me going, it got me thinking, and it got me geeked up about not only what Catholic Central taught me in regards to perseverance, but what my life has kind of taught me about that entity. So I want to touch on that, explore some of the different avenues of perseverance that I have found to be true in my own life, and shed some light on that with you guys today. So first and foremost, I want to talk about perseverance and how I choose to define that, how I choose to look at that, and what characteristics kind of underlie perseverance. And during that talk with my high school the other day, they asked me what my definition of perseverance was. And I didn't have a great answer in terms of the actual definition, but what I provided was this. I said, when I think about perseverance, and when I think about people who persevere through hard times, I think about tough people. I think about really, really tough people, because the tough ones are always the ones that are going to persevere. And that's kind of easy to say. So to kind of back that up, what does toughness mean? What makes somebody tough? And I would argue it's this. It's not fighting. It's not lifting a bunch of weight. It's not anything that really has to do with physicality, but rather consistency. And if I can be the same person every single day, regardless of circumstance, whether I'm happy, whether I'm sad, whether I'm sore, whether I'm fresh, whether it's a good day, whether it's a bad day, if I can be the same person emotionally, spiritually, physically, and mentally every single day and be consistent in that approach, that's going to allow me to become a tougher person. And if I'm a tougher person, then that's going to allow me the opportunity to be able to persevere through a lot more, right? Because if I'm not consistent in my approach, if I don't really know who I'm going to be when I wake up in the morning, how can I be tough? You might be tough today and not tough tomorrow, and then not tough the next day. Then all of a sudden, I feel good the following day, so I'm going to decide to be tough. No, toughness is an everyday thing. You can't choose when to be tough. It's just a part of who you are, because you are being consistent in every single thing that you embark on. So when it comes to perseverance, that's where I would kind of go with that. And that's what I wanted to offer up today. So how can I be tougher? How can I learn how to persevere? How can I be more consistent in my own life? And I think the answer to that question kind of falls back on the whole premise of how I choose to attack this podcast, how I choose to attack this YouTube channel, and how I choose to attack CoachCoop.com. And that's seeking challenge and perspective in all that we do. Because if I want to strengthen my foundation, I want to know what I stand on, then I have to go through some challenging times. And that doesn't mean I have to, go through the craziest of times, but that means every single day seeking out different challenges in our lives, whether it is physically or mentally or spiritually or whatnot. And if I can do those things and couple that with seeking perspective and different angles on things, not just my way of thinking, but multiple ways of thinking, then coupling that perspective and challenge is what's going to strengthen that foundation, which then allows me to be more consistent, which then allows me to be tougher, which then allows me to be better at persevering. And that's where perseverance starts. And as I was talking with my high school and that stuff, these thoughts kind of started to formulate, and this almost kind of pyramid approach or linear approach to persevering came to mind, which is exactly what I just said here. And I think I was able to articulate it a little bit better now because I thought about it a little bit more. But again, lastly, what I want to kind of close with and make it a short one today is, if you want to be a person that can persevere through hard times, then first and foremost, you have to be tough. You have to be. Only tough people, persevere. But if I want to be tough, then how do I go about that? I have to be consistent in my approach daily, physically, mentally, spiritually, emotionally. Consistency leads to toughness, and toughness leads to perseverance. And how do I kind of build up that consistency? Is seeking perspective and challenge in all that I do. And if you can kind of take that approach, that is what has worked for me. I've seen it work in others. And if you're kind of faltering in one of those areas, then maybe try that out for yourself and see what happens. So again, seek perspective and challenge, which will lead you to be more consistent. And if you are more consistent, you will be tougher. And if you are tougher, you will persevere. And I think life will kind of work out in your favor more times than not if we can make that stuff happen. So persevere and perseverance was on my heart, was on my mind today, and wanted to share it with you guys. Not going to present anything tomorrow. Going to take the day off and rock and roll for this Friday discussion on Friday. But I hope this week has brought you guys some value, talking about perseverance, talking about growth, and things along those lines, which I think can most certainly apply to what we have going on right now. So would love the feedback, would love some different things. If you guys want to offer up some comments, your likes, your dislikes, keep that stuff coming. It keeps flowing in, and I really appreciate that stuff. So with that, I'm going to leave you guys. Happy Wednesday. Make it a great day. If you're listening to this stuff in the afternoon or the evening, make it that as well. And let's keep on challenging ourselves and seeking those perspectives to have a better shot at persevering through the hard times. Okay, so y'all have a great day. Appreciate you guys. God bless. Coach Cool.